All right, folks. Looks like we are live. How are you all doing on this fantastic Motivation Monday? Well, Smiling Stu coming to you here this evening. Got a few things for you. You know, my Mondays are always really, really busy. There's a lot of stuff going on. Three masterminds. Always am learning something new. So I'm going to show you a little bit of some stuff I've been working on tonight. And then also cover a little bit of where we're at in the funnel, the quiz funnel that we're working on. So anyway, let's get her started here. If you're coming to me live, you're coming to me on replay, give me a hashtag live or hashtag replay down below and drop any questions you got in the chat. And please let me know where you're coming from. I always like to see where people are coming from around the world. All right. And listen, if you're seeing us on YouTube, like and subscribe over there. We would love it if you would just go to @SmilingStew and give us a like or subscribe over there. And if you are seeing us anywhere besides the @Home Business or the Home Business Freedom Group in Facebook, please come and join us. You can find it under Facebook groups under Home Business Freedom, or you can just go smilingstew.com/group. You'll find it in there as well. Now, folks, welcome to Home Business Freedom. I am Smiling Stu Sutherland. I am a freedom crusader. I give people the knowledge and tools to build freedom by disconnecting their time from their money and growing a residual income from home. And there's a lot of ways you can do that, but we're going to show you a couple things we're working on today. So for starters, and I've talked to you guys about this in the past, but it came up in one of the masterminds, the benefits of residual income versus residual income products. In other words, products that pay you over and over again, continuity type products, as opposed to high ticket type products. And it prompted me to do a little bit of math here. And I'm just going to show you what I came up with, and I'll show you why I prefer a residual income product. And I think I can do that in wrong section here. I can do that pretty quickly here. Let me do a quick screen share with you and get that up and running. There we go. And boom, there we are. Okay. So I did a little math for you here. Okay. So now let's talk about first the difference between a residual income product and a high ticket product. Now, a high ticket product is typically where you're selling a product that is anywhere from say $5,000 to $10,000 or even more, maybe even a $25,000 program. And there's a couple reasons why I don't like those, but I'll explain. The number one to you is that typically you can make more money in the long run with the residual income product. And here's why. You're starting out, let's say you're starting out with a $5,000 product and it gives you a 20% commission. That's $1,000. So every time you sell that $5,000 product, you're going to make $1,000. Now, a lot will argue whether it's just as easy to sell a high ticket product as a low ticket product. And if you're in the right audience, maybe it is. But I also feel like high ticket products can hurt people easier than a low ticket product can. And here's what I'm saying. Somebody who's new and is looking for guidance and spends $5,000 on a program and gets into it and can't make it work. Well, that's kind of hurtful for somebody who's just trying to get going and doesn't have a lot of money to begin with and invests $5,000 and doesn't get anywhere with it. Whereas a lower cost product is a lot safer for somebody, and I would argue easier to sell. Now, some would argue both directions. I think if you have a quality low ticket residual product, it's an easier product to sell. And that's my personal opinion. So anyway, but as you see, 20% times $1,000. If you made 3 sales a month, you're going to make 3,000 monthly times 12, 36,000 a year. Now, again, you could make more by doubling this. You can make 6 sales a month is going to make you what, 7,200 a year. Okay. So you can do the math on that, but for this demonstration or for this example, we're going to use this. Okay. So now let's say you have a residual income product. Okay. And the residual income product's $125 monthly, but it pays you 80% commission. Okay. Now with that product, and now some don't pay as high as that, but again, you can do the math on these. And this is why I like residual income products more. With a residual income product, you're going to get in my case, 80% commission monthly is $100. So if I make 3 sales per month for a year, I'm going to make 23 for a year. Now, granted, that's not $3,600 in my first year. But by the time I get to that point, I am making $3,600 monthly residual. That means if I don't work next month, I still make $3,600 because it's a residual income product. Okay. If the person who's in that high ticket product doesn't work next month, they make zero. And again, the next month they're back to zero. They have to start all over and they have to make those 3 sales a month to move ahead. Let's say in a residual income product, you have a slow month and you only make 2. Well, you're still moving ahead $200 a month. So I did a little more math for you here. So if you were doing 3 sales per month for a year, it's $23,400 monthly. But by the end of year 2, it's $66,600 a month at a $7,200 a month residual commission. And you can see the math right here. Month 1, you're going to make 300. Month 2, you're going to add 3 customers and make 600. Month 3, you're going to add 3 customers and make 900. Month 4, 1,200, and so forth to where you make up to where you're making $3,600 a month. Okay. So then, by the time you add all those months together, it's 23,400. Okay. So the next year, you're going to start right off the bat, adding 3 more customers and making $3,900 your first month. Well, that person in the high ticket is still just making $3,000 because he's still got to make those 3 sales, starting again over from zero. It means he also starts the year from zero and has to continue to go in order just to make it back to that 36,000 a year that we were talking about earlier. Okay. So they're starting over. So if they want to get to where you're making a year, that 66,000, they've got to double their sales and be doing 6 a month or more to get to that 66,600. So that explains to you very quickly why residual income is a better thing. And then you continue on from there. If you go into year 3, your next month is going to be $7,500. The month after that's going to be $7,800. And it continues to compound from there. At some point, you get to a point to where you're making, thousands of dollars a month, whether you work or not. Now, obviously, we're Freedom Crusaders. We are here to try and help other people get to that point. So anyway, I just thought that was an interesting thing to take a look at because, that's why I favor a residual income product. And again, I think it's a lot easier to get out. And again, you've got to have satisfied customers with the residual income product. So it's got to be a quality product or it would just churn people through and that would do no one any good. So that's the key difference there. So anyway, let's talk about the quiz funnel we're working on. Okay. I spent a little time in AI today and got some answers from it, some suggestions from it. And I've kind of come to a couple of things as far as what my head quiz is going to be about. One of them it gave me is, do you have what it takes to start a home business? Okay, so that's a great quiz. And then the next one that I came up with that it came up for me that I thought was good is, are you ready to be your own boss? Okay, so again, two pretty good headlines for it. So let's go over to the quiz. Okay, so in the quiz the other day, we were looking at the first page, which I've started setting up a little bit. And again, we're working on styling. And then the next thing we have to work on is getting the actual quiz together. So, I've got the styling a little bit on the first page and so forth. And then on the second page is where we've got the quiz. Okay. And this is something I actually did a little research on today, and I'll show you in a minute. This is actually just a widget. Now, the way this is set up in the training is basically set up to, but it's set up in the training so that it goes to a welcome page, then a quiz page. But you could just as easily take this quiz widget. Boy, that's a tough thing to say fast. You could take the quiz widget and put it on any page you were doing. So for instance, let me just say Let me just go to my own personal page here. Just go up to the Smiling Stu, and I'm not gonna make any changes here. So in the end, I'm gonna just discard everything. But let's say I decided I wanted to put a quiz right here above these things. I could just go right here and add a block. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm just going to add an empty block for right now. So, okay, I've added an empty block between the two. All I would need to do at that point is go over here and grab the quiz survey widget. That's a brand new widget in our funnel builder. And let me tell you, when they add a new widget like this, they don't add any cost. It's still just $25 a month. It doesn't go up. There's no added features. There's no higher levels. There's no add-on widgets. None of that. They give it all to you for the $25 along with training. So by all means, for me, the best funnel builder there is. So there, I've just installed a quiz. Now, obviously, I'd want to put some headlines in there, but if I wanted to welcome them to my page and then tell them to take the quiz and then go through the different things I've got on my page, I could do that. So I can add that to any page, any funnel, any lead magnet page. So say I'm offering a lead magnet, maybe I'm offering a blueprint of some kind, and they come for the blueprint. And at the end, I say, well, hey, stay and take the quiz. I can put the quiz right on the bottom of that page. So you can do anything you want with this, just like you can the schedule widget, which is another fantastic feature. I went over and looked at, I know a lot of folks are using the System.io these days, and I've actually been playing with that a little bit. And personally, I'm not a fan. I find it very hard to maneuver, but no schedule widget, no quiz widgets, none of that stuff is included in System.io. Now, I know they say, hey, it's free for life, and yeah, it is for 3 funnels. But if you ever really want to do anything beyond that, you're going to have to upgrade at least to the first level, which is $27 a month. So I like to refer to those kind of programs as fake free, because they're really not. You can't really do much with those first levels. But anyway, once you have the quiz in there, you can do anything with it. Now I'm going to discard this change and take you back down to the actual quiz funnel we're working on here. But I just wanted to show you how easy it is to pop that in any place. Now, this is what I've been studying on today, is how to set this widget up. And so that's the next thing. It's kind of in depth. So we're going to cover a little bit of it tonight, and then we're going to cover some more tomorrow. Because basically you have to set all this up as far as what the question is, what the answer choices are. You have to weight the answers in order for it to put people in a bucket or a category that you want to put them in. So in other words, what's the quiz going to tell you about this person? If you were taking one of those quizzes, what superhero are you? Okay. By the answers of the questions, what superhero category are you going to put them in? That's just a simple way of putting it for you. So let's say we wanted to go up here. We just go up to here and edit fields. Okay. So right up here, you have question 1 topic. So that's question 1 right there. So let's just, for the sake of argument tonight, let's put it test question. So I haven't come up with all my questions yet. I'm working on that. So that's in there. Okay. So now if I click save, oh, why is it not doing that for me? Okay. Hang on. Test fields. Step 1. Edit fields up. Okay. I'm not sure why that's not updating for me. Answer choice. Okay. Oh, there we go. Step heading question. So there we go. Question 1. We're just going to put test question. Obviously, I'm just getting familiar with the pages myself. I just got done with doing the training. So you can do heading descriptions and styles and so forth like that. But anyway, we've got that in there now. And now you can see up here, it says test question is our thing. So answer choice, we can put test 1. Okay. So then the next thing you have to do is you have to weight these choices. So you have to decide what score you're going to give to this. Now, I'm going to explain to the way the training did, and they actually have it preset for the training right now, so I could actually work with that if I wanted to, and probably make it work out even better. So anyway, let me go back to here. And so anyway, the next step would be to, you know what? Am I even? I'm hearing it, but I am not hearing it down there. I'm questioning if I have volume here. Let's double check. All right. And do we have volume there? I believe we do, but I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out at the end. We're just about done here anyway. So we'll find out whether we do or not. So, anyway, at the end, you get the test questions, you wait them out. And so I'm going to explain the math on that tomorrow because it takes a little bit for that explanation. Essentially, when you go into here, you have this manage quiz results down here. And you can see we're working with 3 categories right here. You can do as many categories as you want, but the more categories, the more difficult the math is going to get. So basically, the way she was explaining it in the training, this first one is weighted from 1 to 40 or 0 to 49. The second one's 0 to 50 to 499, and the last one's 500 to 1000. And by the way you score the questions, it determines what block it goes into. So we'll cover that a little more tomorrow. And I'm also going to go over how you change some of these forms around to make them look a little nicer and so forth. Go out and hit the various different steps, and you can do different things to change it around, make that like these pictures on the edge, these icons can be changed, that sort of thing. So we'll go over that tomorrow night. So anyway, folks, in the meantime, make sure you smile at everyone you see, and we will see you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening. Take care now.